How many of us enjoy a really good thunderstorm? You can smell the rain coming. You can hear the deep rumble of thunder, and you can even get startled by a sudden crack of lightning. Oftentimes, these storms are paired with some of the craziest precipitation ever: gentle rain, pounding rain, or sheet rain. However, there are some storms that are so intense they produce their own brand of precipitation, the kind that can do tons of damage to people and property. Of course, we're talking about hail. Hail consists of solid ice that forms inside thunderstorm updrafts. These chunks of ice are usually no more than a few millimeters across. From time to time, though, they can reach as much as a few inches across. Hailstorms have been known to cause massive amounts of damage to cars, homes, livestock, property, and more. Luckily for us, when some of these storms happen, there's a camera nearby that is shooting everything as it happens. From a car getting pummeled in a storm to a group of people stuck out on a lake. Here are 5 powerful hailstorms that were caught on camera. One thing many of us have seen time and time again is how a storm can build intensity to a level that we weren't expecting. We're sure you can remember that time you were watching the storm out the window and it kept becoming more and more fierce, almost seeming like there would be no end. Well, that's exactly what happened to these onlookers who were simply watching a thunderstorm when it escalated to an unexpected level. The video, taken in the country of Romania, shows a thunderstorm that had affected several regions of the country. The accompanying hailstones, which measured to be about the size of ping pong balls, tore up much of the landscape and did millions of dollars in damage. As the storm rolled, the hail itself lasted for about 15 minutes. In that short period of time, the land was covered with a white blanket of stones. According to some local residents, the hail was accompanied by incredibly strong wind, rain, and lightning. It was harsh enough to shake the walls of buildings. As the video shows, the parked vehicles took the brunt of the damage from the hailstones. However, as you can see, the hail wasn't the only thing hitting the cars. As the large chunks of ice tore through the sky, they smashed into trees, tearing them apart branch by branch and leaf by leaf. Many of these branches were torn off and fell to strike the cars as well. The subsequent insurance claims from this huge hailstorm totaled to over $400 million. On August 20th, 2017, a group of people headed out to Lake Tahoe, California for a fun day on the water. It was as normal of a day as any. The group got out early and planned to spend much of the time wake surfing. But it wasn't long before things took a rather scary turn. Soon after getting out on the water, the group was met with ominous dark clouds above, a clear sign that a storm was imminent. Before they even had a chance to anchor their boat, the hailstorm began. Hail the size of golf balls started to rain down, pounding the boat and crashing into the water. One individual can even be heard shouting, "We're under fire," as they attempted to duck for cover. Luckily for them, the storm passed and nobody was injured.
We're under fire. Ow, that one hurt. They hit me in the side. Hey! Hey! Help! 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 Oh my God!
As you can tell, some passengers even got a kick out of the event, laughing at the onslaught of hail. It was an incredible sight to behold, but one that could have easily taken a turn for the worse. Had the hailstones been any bigger, they could have easily turned into lethal projectiles for anyone unlucky enough to be caught outside. One of the worst things in the world is to be enjoying a nice, relaxing time at the swimming pool with a drink in your hand and some chill music playing when a thunderstorm starts brewing in the distance. As you watch it get closer, you know that it's going to ruin the day. Now take that same scenario and add in an incredibly severe thunderstorm that produces tangerine-sized hailstones, And you have what happened in this video. During a normal pool party in Allen, Texas in 2019, some weather came upon the people in the video. It isn't very strange, considering Texas has plenty of storms and tornadoes every year. But as the storm began to intensify, the precipitation got heavier and eventually turned to hail. Then, the hail started to intensify. Soon, these hailstones had grown to around 2 inches across and were falling at a very heavy pace. The video says it all. When you look around, you can see chunks of ice that have fallen off of the roof, cracking and shattering from the impact. Then, when you look at the pool, you can get a very good idea of how heavy the ice was falling. The water is blasted over and over again, as if it were a constant stream. Huge splashes, more numerous than could be counted, made the pool look as if it were being shot by guns. After a while, though, the ice quit, the rains died down, and the sun came back out so that everyone could go and assess the damage. Millions of dollars in property and auto damage were caused by the hail. Luckily, though, no one was hurt. Various areas around the country are known for their extreme weather. Whether it's wildfires, tornadoes, hurricanes, or snowstorms, Mother Nature makes sure not to miss a single area. But there are places in this country that are notorious for hailstorms, and one of these is Nebraska. Having just landed at the Omaha airport, YouTube user Dark Rampager walked outside to a rather powerful hailstorm. Hailstones the size of golf balls pounded the airport street along with anything that was in its path. What's most impressive about this video is not only the size of the hailstones, which are big enough to break glass or cause injury, but the sheer volume of hail that was coming down. When he pans over to the corner of a building, you can see just how much hail had accumulated. Thankfully, everybody in the video, including Dark Rampager, was uninjured. Many others even filmed the extreme weather event on their smartphones. Storms like this one are not uncommon for the state of Nebraska, which is part of the area known as Hail Alley. In fact, Nebraska consistently ranks in the top 5 states for both hail damage insurance claims as well as number of major hail events. As previously mentioned, Nebraska is a state that is known to have some pretty severe hailstorms, and this video really gives you a glimpse of exactly what that entails. Shot by YouTube user Flying Hutch 419 in 2011, once again at the Omaha airport, this video really gives you an amazing view into just how quickly a perfectly sunny day can take a turn for the worse. As Flying Hutch was standing at his gate, he noticed the dark clouds in the distance and began filming. At first, everything seemed fine. Perhaps it was just a brief thunderstorm. But before you know it, the hail started raining down, smashing against the airport windows. In just a matter of minutes, visibility dropped to the point where you could hardly see out the window. In the end, this storm shut down the Omaha airport for about 3 hours, giving crew members time to inspect planes and equipment for damage from this powerful storm, which dropped hail the size of golf balls. Hours later, a second storm hit, forcing officials to close the runways yet again.
Are there people on the airplane right now? Have they been boarding yet? Yeah, they are.
Hail is the telltale sign that a particular thunderstorm carries a potentially deadly intensity to it. All too often, storms such as these spawn deadlier things such as tornadoes. Luckily for these people, nothing more serious happened and everyone was okay. Here's to keeping that same luck in the future. To see more videos of natural disasters caught on camera, be sure to click the link on screen now. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.